presentation for team 16 and 17. Is there any team 18 here? Number 18 also here. Okay. So the first team, 16, please move on to the stage for your presentation.
Good morning, judges. Before we get into the presentation, we would like you all to test out our products and also have a taste of our national treasure, the green tea from Vietnam. We also brought another product that is also quite popular in Vietnam of the same category, so you can test alongside ours and compare the both of them. And now to get into our actual presentation. We're here to bring to you our research on kombucha fermentation from Taiwan green tea applied on facial care products. Our team has 4 people. I'm Việt Đôn, this is Đức Dũng, that's Minh Tuấn, and that's Đức Anh, and our instructor is Mr. Moram Singh.
Our presentation will include 4 parts: introduction, methodology, result and discussion, and lastly conclusion. As you all know, kombucha is a fermented product that is very good for your body and skin, as it is rich in probiotics, antioxidants, and organic acids. The purpose of this research is to optimize the fermentation process and to infuse it in facial cosmetics.
Now I will introduce you to green tea. Vietnamese green tea in particular reached 50,000 tons in production in 2010. And 89% of the green tea consumed domestically is produced in Taiwan. Right below is the chemical composition of Taiwan green tea. It mainly includes catechins, caffeines, and polyphenols.
Moving next to kombucha made from green tea, sugar, and SCOBY had roots in China and later get famous in Japan. Using the source from China, Japanese professor noticed the and brand the steam the contaminate, and it's published research to reveal that it contains 40 types of organic acid and vitamins. And do the judge know how organic acid and vitamins are created? As shown in this diagram, yeast break down sucrose into glucose and fructose, which like acetic acid later convert them into cellulose, glutamic acid, acetic acid, and carbon dioxide. Factors like substrate concentration, time fermentation, pH, and temperature affect this process.
So we have 2 products, facial cleanser and facial toner. Facial cleanser is used to remove the impurities on your skin, such as makeup, oil, dirt, and pollution. While facial toner is used to balance the skin pH, it also deeply cleans the area that facial cleanser might miss, and also help enhance the absorption of active ingredients.
Now onto our methodology section. It is separated into 2 parts. The first is the optimization of the kombucha fermentation process. This has 4 main elements. The first is the ratio of green tea to water. The second is the types of sugar. And the third is the content of sugar. The fourth and final one is the fermentation time. The second part is the content of kombucha within facial cleanser and facial toner. We tested 4 different formulations. The first one is the 3%, 6%, 9%, and the final one is 0%, which is our control group.
Our study examined the effect of varying green tea leaf to water ratio 1 to 50, 1 to 10, and 1 to 5. And the results show that 1 to 10 stood out as the most balanced, offering a pleasant aroma and harmonious taste. So by selecting 1 to 10 ratio, we quantified the substances as shown here on the slide, and we choose the ideal for our product.
The given table compares the effect of sucrose and glucose in kombucha tea. Both sugars show a steady increase in gluconic acid content, and although the difference between sucrose and glucose is not significantly large, we choose sucrose as our main sugar due to its better versatility, accessibility, and affordability. Next, our group will discuss about the impact of sugar on kombucha tea. We conduct a sample with 6 different sugar concentration, fermenting them over 14 days. After 14 days, sample 4 with sugar concentration of 1 gram per liter completely consume enough sugar. Moving to the next table, which about the glutamic acid level on kombucha tea. It was found that sample four have the highest acidic acid content, and after based on two positive results, we decided to use sugar concentration of 100 gram per liters.
Moving on, our research has illustrated the optimal fermentation time, and over the course of 21 days, we found that at the 14th day, we reached peak sensory quality. Also, meanwhile, we measured the pH level, and coincidentally, also at the 14th day, we had the lowest pH level, which correlates to the highest acidity. Next, we'll be moving on to looking into the content of kombucha in gel cleanser and toner formulations. We tested 4 formulations, just like David said, and we have found promising results. As shown in the table, you can see that F1 with 3% has shown to have the most pleasant aroma and the highest foamability. Also, in the stability test, F1 also was the most stable over 6 cycles. So we picked F1 and we put it into a hedonic test. F1 also scored 300 non-irritation score, indicating that it was not irritating for users.
Like your teaser, we also conducted 4 tests with 4 different concentrations, 3%, 6%, 9%, and 0% as our group control. So through the sensory, stability at room temperature and 6 cycle test, F1 is the most effective. So we put F1 through the hedonic test. The test show that there aren't any irritation at all. So based on the result, we selected 3% kombucha concentration as the ideal for our toner.
Our product has also gone through safety testing and quality control by the Ministry of Health of Vietnam, and it has passed on all 3 tests that it went through. The first one is the skin irritation test, the second one is the heavy metals test, and the final one is the contamination limits test.
So to conclude, it is possible to optimize the fermentation process of kombucha based on Simon green tea using the ratio of green tea leaf to water is 1:10, have with sucrose as our sugar and the needed fermentation time is 14 days. Moreover, it is possible to incorporate them into facial cleanser and facial toner. Our product has passed all the requirements for safety, stability, and sensory tests and are ready for commercialization.
Thank you all for listening, and we would appreciate any feedback or questions from the judges, please.
Come on. So you guys says you guys been fermented the leaves inside of the product, right? Fermented.
Fermented the tea.
Tea. Yeah, the tea. So if it's contained in the product sealing, it will still fermented inside there?
We fermented the tea into kombucha, and then we used the extract from the kombucha to infuse it into our product.
Oh, so it's like transaction The scheme has certification, as you guys been shown and proved on the presentation, right? So is it the purpose for a research paper, or is it purpose for you guys being commercialize your skincare?
It's for both purposes. We wanted to show you that our product is safe, and we also want to continue this into commercializing our product.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah. So this is the end of Team 17's presentation. Okay, thank you. 16. Thank you. You guys can just go down to the stage. Okay, since the time it's over right now, we're gonna have a lunch time. So after lunch, we'll take a break and just come back to the presentation for Team 18. Okay?